Ahead of 4, sheriff responds to messages of hate during a busy weekend in Volusia County. Plus, rental car woes lead to long lines over the weekend at MCO. We went back to the airport to see what's being done. And green buses and about the color, a first of its kind that'll soon take students around Central Florida. Those stories and more ahead on News 6 at 4 o'clock. That is just 90 seconds away. Stay with us.
Live with clickorlando.com and streaming on News 6 Plus. This is News 6 at 4, getting results.
First at 4, law enforcement throughout Volusia County on alert following a series of anti-Semitic demonstrations this weekend. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
This is News 6, getting results. I'm Julie Broughton. Thank you for joining us.
And I'm Lisa Bell. Police say hate groups targeted Ormond Beach, Port Orange, and Daytona Beach with anti-Semitic flyers and offensive demonstrations. News 6 investigator Mike DeForest is live outside the Daytona International Speedway. Mike, what are authorities saying about this?
Well, Lisa, law enforcement officials acknowledge that the speech that was on display out here in Daytona Beach and elsewhere in Volusia County was absolutely hateful. But at this point, it does not appear that any of the demonstrators have broken any laws. Reporting in Daytona Beach, Mike DeForest, News 6. Back to you.
Mike, thank you. Breaking up for an 85-year-old woman after being attacked by an alligator at a retirement community in South Florida. According to the CBS station in West Palm Beach, Florida Fish and Wildlife officers responded to the attack at the community in Fort Pierce. They say her body was recovered and a trapper has since captured the alligator. It is not clear what provoked the attack.
Turning to our weather now as we take a live look over Daytona Beach from our Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia camera. Not a bad beach day for this President's Day, but 1 month left of winter and it is hot out there. All-time record high temps could be possible by later this week. Chief Meteorologist Tom Searles is pinpointing the big warm-up. Tom.
All right, come take a look at what's going on right now. Temperatures are warming up. It's not just us, it's the entire southern stuff already. We're talking about McAllen, Texas being the only place here in America that's warm. Drop my name. There you go. Look, 89 degrees in McAllen, 83 right now in Orlando. It's hot, hot. Don't these people have jobs? Oh, wait, it's a holiday. That's right, I forgot. They're enjoying the heat in Daytona Beach. It's 82 degrees at news time. Wind support from the west-southwest at 14. Record heat starts as early as Wednesday. Wednesday's forecast high is 89. The record's 88. That would be a brand new record for Wednesday, but by Thursday, we could hit the all-time high for February if we make it to 91. We'll talk more about that a little later in this newscast. Tonight, the on-the-town forecast drops us in the mid-60s before the sun comes up tomorrow.
Tom, thank you. Also developing at 4, police are putting out a new clue in hopes of tracking down whoever shot to a car hitting the driver. Kissimmee police just put out new information on last Monday's shooting. It happened along North Hoagland Boulevard and West Vine Street around 9:30 at night. Police say this vehicle is possibly involved with the attempted homicide. They're potentially looking for a 2004 to 2007 Ford 500. Anyone with information is urged to call the Kissimmee Police Department.
Breaking news and more devastation overseas as a new magnitude 6.4 aftershock hits parts of Turkey, already reeling from the massive earthquake just 2 weeks ago. This is new video from the Haiti province where the mayor is saying more buildings collapsed, trapping people inside. This comes as the Turkish Disaster Management Agency has raised the death toll in both Turkey and Syria to nearly 45,000 now following this month's disaster.
President Biden rode 10 hours by train from the Polish border for an unannounced visit to Kyiv today. President Biden met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and spoke in the war-torn capital, vowing unwavering commitment and U.S. support of Ukraine as it defends against Russia's invasion. CBS News correspondent Nicole D'Antonio reports from the White House.
New information now on rental car problems over the weekend at Orlando International Airport. Travelers described the situation as stressful as some people waited hours in line only to find out no cars were available. News 6's Catherine Silver went back to the airport to see if the scene got any better. She joins us now live from OIA. Catherine, is it any better?
Well, after a frustrating weekend, things are starting to look up. This is the longest line that we've seen all day here at the budget counter. Most of the other car companies only have a few families waiting now. They've really started to thin out. I spoke to a few travelers who hope it stays that way. The airport tells me another issue is customers who don't return their rental cars on time, and then when they do, those cars need to be cleaned before they can be used again. A spokesperson for the airport says it's up to the car companies to get more cars here to Orlando and fix this, and that will take time. I'm live at the airport. Catherine Silver, Getting Results, News 6.
Catherine, thank you. A critical piece of hardware that will take the next crew of astronauts to the space station has arrived in Central Florida ahead of this weekend's planned launch. SpaceX shared these pictures of its Crew Dragon capsule arriving at the Cape. It is set to launch atop a Falcon 9 rocket early Sunday morning with the 4 members of Crew 6 on board. The astronauts have spent the last 2 weeks in quarantine to make sure they are healthy for launch day. The crew is set to arrive at Kennedy Space Center tomorrow afternoon. Right now, liftoff is set for 2:07 a.m. on Sunday. If it happens, we will bring it to you live right here on News 6, clickorlando.com, and the News 6 Plus app.
I feel a sleepover happening.
An early start, depending on how you look at it. Central Florida's highly anticipated fast train to Miami is coming to life in Orlando.
The newest addition to the City Beautiful for Brightline coming up.
And honoring a man who paved the way for so many others at Central Florida schools and the local student who helped make it happen.
But for students soon taking electric school buses to campus, the local school district becoming the first in the state. Next at 4.
You're watching News 6 at 4, Getting Results. We will be right back. During the break, we are streaming live on Facebook. Search Lisa Bell News on Facebook right now.
News 6 Insider is sponsored by Orange County Library System.
Sign up to be an insider.
Insiders.
What does it mean to be an insider? Join thousands of others in this unique community to gain access to all kinds of exclusive content, like extended interviews, behind-the-scenes looks, and bloopers. Plus, enter contests, get exciting deals, and more.
100% shocked. She called me and was like, what? Are you serious? What did I win?
Just a great way to know a little bit more beyond the newscast.
Sign up to be a News 6 Insider at clickorlando.com/insider. Sponsored by the Orange County Library System.
Later this week, CBS Sports will present live coverage of UEFA Champions League soccer. Some of that coverage will preempt our local news programming, specifically our 4 p.m. newscast on Tuesday, February 21st and Wednesday, February 22nd. But don't worry, News 6 Getting Results has you covered with several options to watch Julie, Ginger, Lisa, and Tom at the office or on the go. First, you can always watch News 6 on your phone or tablet. Download the News 6 app in the Apple or Google Play Store to get started. Next, you can watch online on your laptop or desktop at clickorlando.com. Just click on the top banner, Watch News 6 to see our newscasts. And finally, if you want to watch us on the big screen, download our new News 6 Plus app directly onto your smart TV, just like any other streaming app. It's available for all these different platforms: Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Google TV, and Android TV. Head on over to any of these app stores and search News 6 Plus or WKMG to get started.
Live with Ginger Gadsden, Lisa Bell, Julie Broughton. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells and Meteorologist Candace Campos. This is News 6 at 4, Getting Results.
Central Florida, the largest school district, is set to become the first in the state to put green buses to the test.
And we're not talking about the color. The district just unveiled its new fleet of electric vehicles.
As News 6's Mark Lehman found out, they have their work cut out for them.
Well, the News 6 Plus takeover at 5:30 is coming up, so stay with us as we talk to a local student who is sending her robot to class for her.
I can look around, like if I want to talk to my partner, someone sitting next to me, I could do that, or I could ask the teacher questions.
I love talking to her. She was so smart and so adorable. Why she says it gives her a real edge when it comes to learning, and who she credits for making it all happen. That's all ahead on the News 6 Plus takeover at 5:30. I think you're not going to be surprised by who gave her the idea to do this and who really advocates for her. It's just such a heartwarming story, and she's such a bright light in the classroom now, and it really has been a game changer for her.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells joins us now. And is summer just around the corner? What's going on with the temps?
Summertime in February. It's crazy, right? Crazy. Yeah. Now, I know I get letters all the time or emails from people on Facebook attacking me going, we moved to Florida for the heat, but really, did you really think it'd be this warm in February? No, this is crazy. Take a look at what's happening right now. Radar dry. Big ridge of high pressure is dominant all week long. The upper level pattern is going to remain that way. Wednesday, Tuesday, all the way into Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, boom. Big ridge of high pressure parks just off the East Coast and sits there. Very similar to what we go through during a summertime pattern. Big upper ridge just blanketing the entire area. And what that does to you is that it makes it really hot. Hottest February temperature ever in Orlando was recorded back in 1962 when we hit 90. By Thursday, we may hit 91, which would make it the hottest day in February ever in Orlando. It's really strange. Sanford, same thing. We might hit 90 on Thursday. That would be the hottest day ever. And in Leesburg, if we make it to the forecast high of 90, it's going to be the hottest February day ever in recorded history. Daytona Beach at news time, we talked about this earlier, just blanketed with folks. A lot of people still in town from race day, enjoying the holiday today. It's 82 degrees in Daytona Beach. Right now at the port, we're showing 77. We're cooler there because the wind is coming in from the east, right over those cooler waters, making it feel great. Right now, where you live, 77 in Gainesville, 80 Leesburg, 83 in Kissimmee, and 84 in Melbourne. 60 in Daytona Beach and in Orlando tonight, also 60. Patchy fog late. Here's tomorrow.
Your forecast is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change.
By noon tomorrow, 79, the daytime high 86, and the heat just keeps coming. By Wednesday, 89, Thursday, 91, and then on Friday and Saturday, 90. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more news.
This portion of the news is sponsored by BFAR Contracting. Get the latest news, weather, and more from the News 6 Plus streaming app. Download the News 6 Plus app from the Fire TV App Store today.
Central Florida's newest high-speed rail is speeding ahead toward completion. We're talking about Brightline, which will eventually connect Orlando to Miami. The Bright Orange 2 train arrived at Orlando this weekend after a 10-day journey from California. It's the final train needed for the Orlando Extension project, which the company says is about 90% complete. Brightline says it hopes to be done by the second quarter of the year.
Ceremony today honoring a man who broke barriers in Central Florida, becoming the first African-American student to graduate from Osceola High School. Today, former students in the class of 1966 joined current students and community members to recognize Charles Martin with a plaque dedication on campus. The district says Martin was among the first students who voluntarily integrated Osceola schools and the only African-American student in the class of 66 to graduate from Osceola High. We spoke with a current student who helped make today happen.
I immediately said I wanted to be in charge of it because it felt so empowering to be able to speak for somebody who did such an amazing thing.
And you can hear from Martin's former classmates coming up on News 6 at 6. An inspiring story for sure.
Really?
Our News 6 at 4:30, our Black History Month coverage is taking us to a local high school.
Alumni from different generations are coming together for a special event.
Coming up, we'll have an inside look at the banquet where past students hope to inspire future graduates. That's next. Plus, we're staying on top of the developments coming out of a former councilman's arrest on drug and DUI charges. He is set to lose another position in Brevard County. We'll have the details coming up.
Live with ClickOrlando.com and streaming on News 6 Plus. This is News 6 at 4:30. Getting results.
Now at 4:30, a local county is taking further action against a former councilman accused of having cocaine in his shoe during a DUI arrest. But first,
I can't bring myself to go down to the medical examiner's office because then it will be real.
A 28-year-old woman killed in a hit and run while riding her scooter near UCF. This is News 6 at 4:30. I'm Julie Broughton.
I'm Lisa Bell.
And I'm Ginger Gadsden. The crash happened early Saturday on Bonneville Drive near Colonial Drive. Now investigators are searching for the driver of a Ford pickup truck. News 6's Brian Didlake joins us live from Orange County. And Brian, you spoke to the woman's family.
Yes, we did earlier, and this has been a hard time for friends and family of Sky Van Dyne. If you look over here, you can see a memorial that's been set up to honor Van Dyne's memory. Now, we did speak with her mother, and she tells me that she needs answers. But for now, we're live in Orange County. Brian Ditlake getting results. News 6.
Brian, thank you. We do want to take a live look now over Daytona Beach from our Daytona, Toyota, and DeLand Kia camera. We are seeing unusually hot weather for this time of year. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing it all for us. Tom?
Let's be clear, man. It was way above normal today. But as the old song says, you ain't seen nothing yet. Here's live with the radar right now. We're dry, and we're going to stay dry. That's part of the equation to getting us to be so hot. Temperatures across the southeast, it is 76 in Atlanta. That's hot for February. 67 up in Nashville, 63 in Myrtle Beach, 78 in Houston, 83 in Orlando. Okay. My camera died. 83 degrees right now in Orlando. Record heat possible by midweek. On Wednesday, we could start our record run. Our daytime forecast high on Wednesday is 89. The record on that date is 88. So we're going to be in record or near record territory as early as Wednesday. Tonight, temperatures slide through the 60s down to a reading of about 64 at 4 a.m. I'll be right back to pinpoint the overnight lows for tonight where you live and then talk about tomorrow and the warm up that begins in earnest tomorrow and really rockets on Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Tom, thank you. Get weather on the go anytime with your smartphone. Download the free News 6 Pinpoint Weather app. Just search WKMG in your app store. Developing at 4:30, the state attorney is officially charging the former councilman caught with cocaine in his shoes during a DUI arrest.
Now, there are also questions about his position on a planning and zoning board for Brevard County.
We first told you about Peter Filiberto's arrest last week. Then on Friday, he resigned from Palm Bay City Council. News 6's James Barbero has more on what's next for the former council member.
In the next 2 hours, city leaders in Oviedo are set to discuss a number of topics, including the damage caused from Hurricane Ian and revamping the Oviedo Mall. The developer now wants to add an additional 328 apartments to the plan. A hotel, mixed-use retail space, and a 425 multifamily residential area are already in the works. For the past decade, the Oviedo Mall's development director has been doing everything he can to bring the mall back to life. We will keep you updated on what happens during tonight's meeting. It starts at 6:30.
Tonight, transportation leaders are set to hold a public information meeting to discuss a new expressway connecting Lake and Orange counties. Here's a map of what it will look like. It will have 4 lanes and be known as State Road 516. The 5-mile expressway includes interchanges at US 27, County Road 455, Valencia Parkway, and State Road 429. Tonight's virtual meeting starts at 6. Well, as Tom mentioned, today we are seeing temperatures in the 80s.
It's hard to believe, but it is actually one of the coolest days we'll see this week. More warm weather is ahead.
Meteorologist Candace Campos has your pinpoint forecast from Castleberry.
Well, guys, out here at Secret Lake Park in Castleberry, today technically will be the coolest day of the week with highs today nearing about 80 degrees, but temperatures are going to climb. Near record-breaking temperatures possible by the end of the week. So let's pinpoint your weather forecast. Folks out here enjoying President's Day. The park is packed as a lot of kids are off of school. The temperatures for tomorrow will be starting off in the mid-60s. Today we have a nice breeze in place. Not the case as much tomorrow. Temperatures are going to continue to warm up about 20 degrees or so. So highs by tomorrow afternoon will be into the mid-80s. And if you think that's warm, get ready for near 90 degrees here in Castleberry as early as Wednesday. Now, Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will be pinpointing more on that record-breaking temperatures coming up in just a few minutes. But on a beautiful, very kind of winter-like day, I'm meteorologist Candace Campos. Getting results, News 6. Back to you.
Change is a coming, so be sure to check out our Pinpoint Weather Insider newsletter. It is packed with interesting stories about trends, seasonal changes, and more. It is sent right to your email every Thursday. Sign up at clickorlando.com/newsletter.
Now to a question for our traffic safety expert.
One viewer wanted to know about how a neighbor is parking in her neighborhood.
Trooper Steve explains the rules on street parking coming up. But first, this Black History Month, we're learning more about Orange County's first public high school for Black students. We'll hear from the alums and have their message for kids currently at the school. That's next. You're watching News 6 at 4:30, Getting Results. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by the new Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza, only at Papa John's.
At News 6, we bring you local news every night.
But what happens when you add the plus?
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the Plus. News 6 Plus, weekdays at 5:30. This portion of the news is sponsored by the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood.
Stream News 6 whenever you want. Sponsored by the Florida Lottery. Watch news, weather, and special investigations on your time. You can even tune in to your favorite News 6 podcast. Download News 6 Plus to your smart TV now.
Later this week, CBS Sports will present live coverage of UEFA Champions League soccer. Some of that coverage local news programming, specifically our 4 p.m. newscast on Tuesday, February 21st and Wednesday, February 22nd. But don't worry, News 6 Getting Results has you covered with several options to watch Julie, Ginger, Lisa, and Tom at the office or on the go. First, you can always watch News 6 on your phone or tablet. Download the News 6 app in the Apple or Google Play Store to get started. Next, you can watch online on your laptop or desktop at clickorlando.com. Just click on the top banner, Watch News 6. Finally, if you want to watch us on the big screen, download our new News 6 Plus app directly onto your smart TV, just like any other streaming app. It's available for all these different platforms: Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Google TV, and Android TV. Head on over to any of these app stores and search News 6 Plus or WKMG to get started.
Live with Ginger Gadsden, Lisa Bell, Julie Broughton. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells and Meteorologist Candace Campos. This is News 6 at 4, Getting Results.
Well, it is Black History Month, and a local high school is having a special event. They are bringing back graduates from different generations to discuss what they remember.
The goal is to motivate students to succeed.
News 6 morning anchor and insider guide Crystal Moyer has the story from Jones High School in Orange County.
I remember all these instructors, Ms. McDonald.
Okay, first of all, I love that story, but I'm going to need to see Mr. Sims' birth certificate. There's no way he's 83.
Right?
Oh my gosh, what a great story.
And speaking of alumni, one of our directors, Willie Doby, is a Jones High alum, and he will be there as well. I think Willie has worked here more than 40 years.
Oh my gosh.
He's just incredible.
Just one of the greats, too.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
we
is.
love him. Well, taking a live look now at our launch credit union camera at Port Canaveral. Beautiful sight out there. 2 ships are out there. I don't know what those are. Chief Tom Sorrells joins us now. He's looking closely at his monitor to see if he can
read it,
see
but I
what they
can't
are.
read it.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to see. What a great day for anything outside today. It's a little warm, but hey, beach day, President's Day.
Yeah, I was moving stuff early and hey, Mike, it's hot.
It
What?
was.
It's not supposed to be this hot. We're going to be near record temperatures both Wednesday and Thursday. More about that in just a moment. Just know we're high and we're dry and we're warm. And it's not just us. The heat has made it all the way up to Kansas City, 61. Remember last week when the Chiefs were riding through Kansas City, they were all bundled up and it was so cold. Well, today would have been the day to have that parade. It is 61 degrees right now in Kansas City, 79 in Dallas, 83 in Miami, 83 in Orlando. Big upper level ridge is going to take over the entire southeast. Not only now, but all the way into Thursday, we'll finally be on the backside of the high. That's really going to cook things here in Central Florida. When it sits on top of us like that, sinks all that air, promotes the warming. It's going to be crazy hot for February. Not crazy hot for Florida, but crazy hot for February as this week wears on. By Thursday, my forecast high in Orlando is 91. The all-time record hot one is 90 degrees for a February date. We've hit 90 twice. Never in February have we hit 91. It's looking likely for Thursday. Right now in Daytona Beach, it's perfect. 82 degrees. Wind is from the west-southwest at about 14 miles per hour. Launch Credit Union camera, they're the 2 ships that Ginger was looking at. That's a Disney something. I'll look it up. I'll know next time. I'll figure it out. I'll know next time. Temperature reading at the port right now, 77 degrees. Wind is from the east at 8. Temps where you live, 81 in Sanford. 83 in Orlando, 84 in Melbourne, and 77 right now in Gainesville. Come take a look at the week ahead. Your overnight low tonight is 60. High tomorrow, 86. Don't forget about the morning fog. Then on Wednesday, the high is 89. Thursday, 91. That forecast high of 91 would be the hottest day in February ever in recorded history in Orlando. But Friday, we're still there. 90, Saturday 90, Sunday, Monday, might as well be 90. Holding in at 89.
All right, Tom, thank you. Florida's weather can leave you asking questions like, why is it 90 in Florida?
In February.
Now you can get answers straight from Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, from storms and heat to quick cool downs and much more. You can talk to Tom all about it. Sign up at clickorlando.com/talk-to-Tom.
Our traffic safety expert is answering one of your questions.
Today, Trooper Steve is focusing on street parking in neighborhoods. That's next.
Coming up in the morning, should dogs be allowed on more Central Florida beaches?
Yeah, the group that's pushing to make it a reality, and why not everyone is ready to share the sand with man's best friend.
News 6 mornings, 4:30 to 7. You got to watch before you go.
You're watching News 6 at 4:30, getting results. We'll be right back.
Get Click O on the go. Top stories in less than 60 seconds. Follow us at News 6 WKMG on Snapchat and Instagram. This portion of the news is sponsored by the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa.
It is time for Ask Trooper Steve, where our traffic safety expert answers your driving questions.
Today, a viewer had a question about how a neighbor parks their car and if it's legal.
Trooper Steve has more. I like how Steve gave him a little compliment
Yes,
at the
that
end.
was nice.
You parked close to the curb, but it's wrong. Be sure to catch Trooper Steve every weekday on News 6 mornings. He'll have the latest traffic alerts starting at 4:30.
Ahead on News 6 at 5, a scary situation on I-4.
Video shows an elderly woman in a wheelchair going down the highway. What one woman said after witnessing this.
And a special type of treatment getting results at a local zoo, the acupuncture for animals, coming up.